Breakfast just got a serious upgrade. If you're ready to turn your ordinary mornings into something extraordinary, you're in the right place. Today, I'm making the ultimate gourmet breakfast with fluffy red velvet pancakes drizzled with white chocolate and cream cheese glaze, ultra creamy Parmesan and Chives Scrambled Eggs, and crispy Smoky Fire Bacon.
Stay tuned. Hi there. Welcome to Teika's Kitchen. Get ready to tantalize your taste.
Alright, time to gather our breakfast dream team. Here's what you need: 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons granulated sugar, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, half teaspoon baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1 tablespoon unsalted butter melted, 1.5 teaspoons red color, half cup whole milk, and 1 cup buttermilk. Alright, and about 1/4 cup of white chocolate chip. For the scrambled eggs, we'll need 6 eggs, 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, 1/4 cup freshly grated Parmesan cheese. For the cream cheese glaze, 4 ounce cream cheese, half cup powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons whole milk, and 1/4 teaspoon vanilla extract. For the smoky fire bacon, we're using 2 teaspoons smoked paprika, half teaspoon each of cayenne and garlic powder. Now it's showtime and it's time to get things sizzling, and we're combining all those spices for our bacon, right? And we're sprinkling evenly on each side, giving it a quick pat in. Alright, and by the time you know it, to the griddle there we'll go. Alright, and there we are, cooking nicely, just the perfect crisp that we need. Up next, it's time to get these Red Velvet Pancakes going. So we're combining all the dry ingredients together and then all the liquid ingredients together, right? And the method that we're using is the muffin method. Alright, so all the dry in one bowl, whisking it nicely. You could also sieve this, guys, for it to be light and fluffy as well. Alright, and then we're going to combine the liquid ingredients into the dry, but just before we do that, we're adding the coloring. Oh yeah, look at that, so beautiful. Isn't that a nice color? Alright, and then we are going to combine this liquid ingredients into the dry. Our dry ingredients, guys, it consists of the flour, the cocoa powder, the granulated sugar, baking powder, and salt. Alright, and then the liquid, the buttermilk, the whole milk, the egg, melted unsalted butter, as well as vanilla extract and the food coloring. We're going to preheat and grease our griddle with some butter. Now if you want a thinner pancake, you could use probably 2 tablespoons more of buttermilk there, or if you want to add a tablespoon of the whole milk to get thinner pancakes, but these were nice and fluffy. Alright, so while those are keeping warm, we're going to go ahead and work on our eggs. So we are cutting the chives into small pieces. Alright, up next we are grating that Parmesan, and those are all the ingredients that we need. And now it's time to get cracking, literally. So we're cracking our eggs, guys, one at a time. To the bowl they'll go. Alright, adding our milk. You can also use heavy whipping cream there as well, followed by the salt, and this amount of salt is just perfect enough to give us a nice flavor, not overly salty. Add the Parmesan cheese, and we're giving this a good whisk. When I tell you that this egg was so delicious, oh my gosh, guys, it clocked all the T's. Now the trick to get this egg light and fluffy, when you pour in your egg mixture, guys, leave it for at least 15 seconds before you start moving the sides inwards. Okay, just let it do its thing, just leave it there to rest. And of course, flame management is of utmost importance. All right, so you lower your flame, you allow it to set for at least 15 seconds before you start moving it. Okay. And it was about that time to move the sides in, and as you can see, it is forming so nicely. Nice medium flame. All right, and that's what we're looking like at this phase. Another 15 seconds has passed, and we are just moving in from the outside in, just to let those uncooked areas get a chance to form up. And while it's still running, you go in with the chives and the Parmesan cheese, guys, and you allow it to melt in it so it be so nice and creamy. Now the flame should be off at this time, because that residual heat is the perfect heat that it needs to finish melting this Parmesan cheese into this egg. Okay, of course, topping off there with some freshly ground black pepper. All right, and just like that, it's time to prepare our cream cheese glaze. So to the bowl this cream cheese went, and we're working it, followed there by the icing sugar or confectionery sugar, followed by the whole milk, and we're just working it, guys, for it to be nice and, you know, pourable. To get a nice pouring consistency. Okay, all right, and that is what it is looking like. It is nice and ready to go, and we're moving right along to melt the white chocolate. Now we're doing this in installment in the microwave. You could also do it in a double boiler, or put your bowl over some boiling liquid just to melt it nicely. But if you're melting it in the microwave, you have to stir constantly. So every 10 seconds, depending on the power of your microwave, you give it a stir. All right, and now it's time to put our cream cheese glaze in this piping bag. And guess what time it is? Oh yeah, it's time to bring everything together, starting with a stack of our fluffy red velvet pancakes. Up next, those creamy Parmesan and chives scrambled eggs, so velvety and rich, and laying down our crispy, smoky, lightly spicy, fiery bacon for that irresistible crunch. A generous swirl of the cream cheese glaze topped with strawberry and that white chocolate melted. Just look at that perfect gourmet breakfast. Serve it up with fresh berries and a cup of coffee or tea, and you have a 5-star meal right at home. If you loved this recipe, show me some love by hitting that like button. Let me know in the comments what your favorite breakfast dish is, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell for more delicious recipes that will wow your family and friends. Thank you so much for cooking with me today. Love you all, and see you in the next video. Enjoy.